Very good morning to you. First, an apology for being late. It's a brand new week, and it's nice to have you here with us. This is RN Bhaskar from BKBB, an acronym for Bhaskar Ki Business Baatein. It's a channel that brings to you policy analysis, conversations, and occasional business story. And today, I have my co-anchors. But today, at this time, at 8:50 in the morning, we bring you news behind the news. And I have my co-anchors today with Katya. Welcome, Katya. It's good to have you. And Anurag. Welcome, Anurag. First, we'll talk about the three titles that we're going to discuss. The three titles are: 1. Tamil Nadu shows the way how to bring up prosperity, but India does not understand it. The second one is about fake currency and the RBI's deposition before the parliamentary committee. And the third one is a very important issue confronting the country of what is education. High fees? Okay, let's take the first one. All of a sudden, we get news in the Mint newspaper that Tamil Nadu's Tirunelveli has a large hinterland which is backward. It was a scene of communal riots some years ago. But Tamil Nadu realized the way to make people grow, reduce communalism, reduce violence, and bring in prosperity was to develop the hinterland. So every time an industrial application came, they tried to persuade that investor to go into the Tirunelveli district in the backward regions. Some promoters even threatened to walk out. And Tamil Nadu did a wonderful job of persuading them. Look at the chart. The chart will tell you how many units have come between 2022 and 2025. And you will see that many of them have just come in and have started working over there. And in the last few years, you have some very interesting companies coming in. And the companies include Tata Solar, Yokohama Tires, Britannia Industries, Bosch, and First Solar. It's not any small company, they're big companies. And the number of companies that have come in is given on your chart. What is also interesting is, to make sure that industries came, that companies came there, investors came there, they started developing industrial estates in the hinterland. Because the biggest attraction was land is cheaper there. You can build housing colonies for your workers. Add to that, they guaranteed electricity, water, sewage, and connectivity. After some persuasion, investors went there, and today it's thriving. You have abundant labor, you have low costs, and you have a better work culture. But India does not want to follow this practice because its voter base demands more children, and more children demands poverty. So, Tamil Nadu is threatened with losing out on its representation in the government because of the delimitation exercise. The irony is that exercise needs to be changed immediately. You need to keep voting patterns based on GDP growth, without subsidies, without doles. The day you give prosperity a better voting share, you will change this country. You will not have an incentive to populate the Hindi belt as is being done for the last several decades. Is the government listening? Sad. Anyway, let's take the second story. The second story is also about governance, about fake currency notes. Anurag, could you come in?
Good morning. The number of counterfeit notes is big enough to rattle the very core of India's financial system. To give you a broad perspective, the RBI currently stands at the front line to guard our currency, supported by commercial banks and law enforcement agencies. Banks are mandated to impound counterfeit notes and report them to the police, while the RBI monitors, penalizes, and coordinates with the government's security agencies. The Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) acts as the nodal agency for probing fake currency rackets, and the Ministry of Home Affairs tracks and prosecutes offenders under penal codes. Now, going back to 2016, when India demonetized 500 and 1000 rupee notes, aiming to choke black money and counterfeit currencies. While the move temporarily reduced fake notes in circulation, the impact faded rather quickly, as you can see on the chart on your screen. By 2022, counterfeit detection had dropped sharply, but the number have since rebounded. With 500 rupee notes now the most counterfeited, as on the chart. The lesson learned is that the technology and the criminal network adapted faster than the policies. The, the proliferation of fake currency threatens not just the integrity of cash transactions but also the broader stability of India's financial system. It erodes trust, disrupts economic activity, and challenges the effectiveness of monetary policies, making it critical issue for people. Moreover, as India shifts to digital payments and explores cryptocurrencies and digital assets, cyber threats loom large. As recently reported, UPI fraud, money laundering, and ransomware attacks are on the rise, exploiting regulatory gaps and outdated cybersecurity frameworks. With both physical and digital assets under siege, is our governance robust enough? The lack of unified real time oversight, especially in the digital realm, means fake currency in any form remains a moving target. What's your take on this, sir?
Thank you for highlighting the issue confronting India. This was one issue which was one of the main planks for demonetization. Clearly, demonetization was not about giving a death blow to fake currency, it was for other reasons, which is shameful and frightening. And when you allow fake currency, it means either there's very little watching or there's collusion or both. And compounding this is the fact that the government of India has allowed fake bank accounts to come in, which makes cyber criminals very, very, very happy. What is the government doing? Is its job not to protect the currency and to prevent fraud? Good questions. Anurag, I'm glad you brought up the story. And let's get to the third one, which is also about a social issue, education. Katya, could we have you?
So to this day and age, if you want a child to get into nursery, do you know how much the fees is? So it can range from across cities, but in top metros, the per year fees is topping 2 lakhs per annum. So now this is in a time when salaries are not rising. In general, nothing is going up, but the fees of school children has been going arbitrarily, possibly because of the demand that a lot of these top end schools do. And there are a lot of social media posts about it. But class 3 CBSE students, and it's not even an international school, if it is 2.1 lakh, then if you go ahead and you go for an international school, it can go to 4 to 5 lakhs. Now what kind of a justice is this? In fact, we've done a few days back, we've a couple of weeks back, we've done a home first story where they say lower middle class, so we are talking about people who learn anywhere between 19,000 to 25,000 per month. They are actually spending more on children's education than rent. So now why is this a problem? The problem is that the public school system in India has actually disintegrated. And what are the evidence of that? Goa has recently given a reason why their school closure, public school closures has happened. Their the logic is that people are enrollments have fallen dismal to a dismal stage, because even people who cannot afford to send their children to school are not sending them to the public schools. And same thing happens in Karnataka also. They've also truncated their school staff, And then special teachers have been taken out again. Their problem is enrollments. Now, why are enrollments coming down? Are suddenly lower middle class people flush with cash? No, they are not. It's just that they refuse to compromise their children's education for into public schools, which are bad infrastructure, lack of interest from teachers, and absolutely no improvement is being shown by the child. So what do you think, sir? Is a failure on our part?
Thank you, Katya, for raising a crucial issue. Education is a guaranteed right for every child in India according to the Constitution. But education means quality education.
Right.
And without good quality education, education means nothing. And it also means keeping the fees low so that even the most impoverished can get good education.
Right.
India is systematically destroying the very meaning of education. Education requires both quality and pricing. You are bankrupting families because of poor education.
True.
And to get better education, they have to pay through the nose. The government is losing vision, is losing its policy framework, and is destroying the destiny of a future generation. You're right, Katya. Thank you for bringing up this crucial issue. And that takes me to one more thing. Just a reminder, please click the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. And do click the like button, it helps us. Most of all, please tell your friends about us. We need more people looking at some of the issues that we raise through this news behind the news. And now we come to the question answer session. Let's look at some of the questions. The first question is about Katya. What is the way out in education? Katya, would you like to respond?
Two three things, sir. For one, improve the education system, and number three, train the teachers to show more interest in education, and of course have a statewide campaigns of public school improvements and enrollments, and possibly follow the Delhi model. They had reduced the burden of middle class people by improving the public education system. And we need this STEM. We want to become a STEM leader in the future with AI, etc. We need children with very good quality STEM education from a young age.
Point taken. And if you don't improve the base, having more colleges of no use. You have to improve the base, primary
Base.
education. Crucial.
Got it. That's it.
Thank you, Katya. Next question. It's a question that I don't have an answer for, but nonetheless, the question is, who are the people behind fake currency? Well, clever people. And the fact that the government has not caught them suggests complicity or ineptitude of the government. I have no other answer. And the third question is about why doesn't the government make industrial policy the backbone of India? If you change the political system for delimitation, just make sure that your delimitation is not based on population only, but on GDP growth. The day you bring in that, you will change India. Every state becomes prosperous. It doesn't matter. If I'm charging 2 lakhs, put taxes. I'm still making enough money. The answer is improve the quality of education in public schools. That is the way out. Don't put tax, don't put penalties. You just improve, which is your mandated requirement. In any case, that's the end of today's session. And it's a brand new week. Have a great week ahead. And for today, all the best. Do well. Have a great day.